There's people saying you should leave him.
Oh, I know.
So what do you say to those people?
Well, I kind of have two trains of thoughts on it because there's different types of comments kind of all around that conversation.
Of course, there's still so much other drama that doesn't even have to do with you guys.
You haven't seen nothing yet. Woo!
Every season, your family just gets bigger and bigger.
Sure do. Yep. We keep growing.
You keep growing. So how are the babies?
The babies are so good. So the oldest is 4.
Yep.
4.5. And he's just living his best life. He's a great big brother. The twins are so fun. Like seeing twin life is just so magical and special. They if they go to sports camp, they're holding hands while they're waiting for instructions. And then they kick their little soccer ball and come back and hold hands like they're little best friends. It's so cute. And then the baby, Adelaide, which people got to see a lot of her on this last season of The Valley because she was attached to me at all times. But she is a ray of sunshine. I thought Asher was the happiest baby in the world. And then I met Adelaide and I'm like, oh, you're the happiest baby in the whole world. So the kids are doing good.
And how are you feeling with motherhood? Because I have to tell you, I need to applaud you. That's what I need to do. I need to applaud you for how open and vulnerable you've been about your motherhood journey and the postpartum journey, because I think that's what is so important about reality TV is because women are watching that, relating to you and feeling less alone.
Thank you.
So thank you.
Yeah.
And so how are you feeling with motherhood right now?
Well, it's a wild ride.
Of course.
I'm still not sleeping. We'll get there eventually. I know that will happen one day. But I was thinking about it today, actually. The audience and even this friend group has never known me outside of being semi-freshly postpartum or very freshly postpartum because I met Brittany and Lala and the whole crew when I was 6 weeks postpartum with Asher. He was only 6 weeks old. That's when I first met the whole group.
Wow.
And then we started filming season 1 when I was 5 weeks postpartum with the twins. I was barely a year with season 2. And now season 3, I was, 3 months postpartum when we started filming. So it's been all that I feel like the audience and even this friend group has known of me. But now 1 year out from having Adelaide, I'm slowly but surely starting to feel like myself again. Just, we're not there yet, but I see it on the horizon. I'm like, oh, I feel better and stronger in my body. I finally have some space and time to work out and lift weights. And I used to train like an athlete before kids. So it's like, oh, I'm getting back to feeling strong. And that's also helping with my mental health and my mental space. So I'm really on the journey to getting back to feeling better.
I love that. And I love, like I just said, I love how open you are because other women are feeling that way. Or even with me, I don't have kids, but I want kids.
Yeah.
And to know more about the postpartum journey, it's just important.
Yeah.
It's so much more important than all the drama.
I agree. And I feel like Kristen, I've heard her talk about this. I don't really know of any other reality shows that have spent a lot of time with women so freshly postpartum.
Right.
We've seen it here and there with Lala and Sheena and all of that previously, but I don't think it's really been shown.
It's never been
this
shown.
side of it.
1,000%.
The raw, real side of it.
And I also love how you this season helped Kristen through this.
Yeah.
Because it was new for her. You're like, this is baby number 4 from me.
Exactly.
But
I know
Kristen,
it's a wild ride.
It's a wild ride.
But let me be there with you through the wild ride. Being able to experience this season of life with Kristen and looking back on that time, and that time was captured. And regardless if it was hard or not, because it was hard for both of us in different ways, I get to experience that with her. And she's really been my ride or die and my bestie. And she's been there for me. I know because I have 4 kids, a lot of people are like, oh, you're there for Kristen. Yes, but she's also there for me in so many ways. And I'm so grateful for her.
I love that friendship. Yeah. So, of course, this season, though, is a tough one. Would you say it's a tough one for you?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
So, first things first.
Yeah.
How are you and Danny today?
We are doing really good today, but I feel like it's important to acknowledge and definitely address it was rough. It was hard. And we're actually right now, we're still, as we always have, but a little more consistently going through couples counseling because I feel like it's important when you're having ups and downs as long-term relationships and marriages do. There's hard moments and there's great moments, those highs and lows. And so we're making sure we're really on top of it to get back to a good place because we've been there for so much of our relationship that we don't want a harder window of time to stick. We don't want that to stay. So we're okay, that was not fun. Right. That was not easy. We both didn't like that, like, I didn't like experiencing it. Daniel didn't like looking back and seeing how it all really was. And so we're both like, all right, let's get on it. Let's address it.
Does he watch the episodes back? And are you guys talking about like, oh, this was not the way it should be?
Yeah, absolutely. So we watched the episodes back, and we also, it felt intense in the moment. And then looking back, you're like, whoa, that felt even like looks even more intense than it felt. Okay. So it's like, I feel like a lot of people say being on reality TV is kind of like therapy, because you get to see yourself back, your good moments and your bad moments. And then there's an opportunity to adjust. And so, I mean, even after the first like really rough episode when we were in San Diego, Daniel was actually at work all day, but he had seen it on his lunch break. And so he texted me immediately, was like, we need to talk more when I get home, but I want you to know, like, I love you and I'm so sorry. And I'm going to make sure that this is not anything that ever continues, because I should never have spoken to you that way. So it's like, there's a lot of awareness, that it brings watching it back.
Right.
Yeah.
You're watching it all back. He did also publicly apologize to you. What was your reaction to that?
Well, we had multiple conversations and apologies in person before any of that. I mean, like I said, from that first more rough episode in San Diego. But it was something that he, even from that first San Diego episode, was like, I want to say something publicly. I was like, but do you remember that there's more coming? So he was like, do I just wait till we get through all the roughness? And so he was like, I guess we'll just wait. And then I want to make sure everybody knows how he wanted to make sure how everybody knew how he felt.
Right.
And like what we had already had, those conversations that we had already had at home.
Right. Because you guys are working through this.
Yeah.
And people aren't seeing that. And they're only seeing certain parts of these episodes.
Exactly. And it's important to remember, I think, for the audience, that we now are at a complete different place than we were then, because 8 months ago. So we've been living 8 months of life between that moment and now. But I understand like the audience being so activated, and I also appreciate it. Like it was like kind of being like, Nia, what is happening? And also we're not happy about it. And I'm like, I get it. I try to put myself in the audience shoes. And if I saw that, I'd be like, no, ma'am, no, sir. So I get it.
Because I was going to ask, a lot of the audience is saying, Nia, like, I want to shake you, wake up.
Yeah.
So what do you want to tell them if, there's people saying you should leave him?
Oh, I know.
So what do you say to those people?
Well, I kind of have two trains of thoughts on it, because there's different types of comments kind of all around that conversation. One is, we are in a long-term relationship and we are committed, and those were not Daniel's best moments. But that doesn't mean that we are going to stay there. And I feel like anybody that's in a long-term marriage, a long-term relationship, as long as both people or whomever was like in the wrong is willing to do work and become better, you don't just like throw away a 13-year relationship, a 10-year marriage, because someone was in a window of time where they weren't speaking kindly or being nice. Like, you don't just throw away.
Right.
Like, marriage is and can be forever, but as long as both people are willing to really work on it. So when people are like, leave him, I'm like, y'all saw some fights and they were not okay, for sure. Let's acknowledge that. But like, so divorce your husband? No. Okay. No. We're going to work on this and become better and stronger. It's not something you just throw in the trash. You
guys are working on it.
Absolutely.
You're working on it. You're getting in a better place.
Absolutely. Yeah.
He did cancel Watch What Happens Live, and he said it was for a conflict.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people are like, no, that is not the case. So, Nia, can you set the record straight for
I can set the record straight. And I keep in all these, like, when we get the comments, we get the commentary and all of that. I try to put myself in the audience shoes, and I'm like, oh, boy, I get it. I get it. Absolutely. It was that, like, really tough decision for him, because he's like, he wanted to go and Watch What Happens Live, and he wanted to address everything publicly in that way. He was like, this is my space for it. Like, this is our audience. Yep. So I want to go and like make a public apology there. Like, that was the plan. But with his work opportunity, like I think it was at Warner Bros. I forget which lot. He works in like all the lots. It was one of those things that he just could not turn down. And then I'm over here like, you were at work. You should have been posting from the sound booth. Right. He was like, it was the longest day. Like, he came home exhausted, and I was like, you didn't post one Insta story? He was like, I forgot. I'm like, so, it is what it is. But no, he had work, and he was really bummed to miss it, for sure.
And you guys will have the reunion soon.
We'll have the reunion.
He has his chance to air out whatever he needs to air out.
Air it out, respond to everything, to everybody. That'll be his space to do that, for sure.
And you guys will be there holding hands.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, too, we have a lot of it that I think is adding fuel to the fire, right? Is some of your castmates expressing how they feel and how they feel about your relationship and how they feel about how Danny is treating you, including Lala.
Yeah.
Do you think she overstepped?
I actually don't. I know I kind of said that in those like interview clips, but I think it also kind of depends on the friendship and the dynamic. Because if it was Kristen coming in, I'd be like, "Come on in, girl. Like, let's handle this," or whatever the situation is. And Lala and I are not that close, but as a woman, I get what she was saying and where she was coming from. So if I feel like if it was a similar situation, I probably would have done the same thing just as a woman, being like, "Hey, I don't like that." And she is the type of person to stand up and speak her mind, as we all know.
Right.
So I get where she was coming from. And I mean, it was shown on the episodes, but there was resolve. And I don't think it was shown that, but like I talked with Lala, Daniel talked with Lala. There was definitely resolve.
Well, a big thing that she keeps saying is that his behavior gets worse when he drinks. And then it's kind of like, maybe he should stop drinking. So as his wife, do you think if he stopped drinking, it would be better for you guys?
I mean, that's what a lot of people are saying. And I see that perspective. I personally, like when we're in those moments, I don't like them. Obviously, it's not fun. And I don't love what I'm seeing in those moments. But then, like, for example, we were out a week ago with like Lacey, Jesse, Zach, Sheena, like we're all out like at the bars and like everybody's drinking, including me and Daniel. There's no problem. So I just don't like those moments I don't like. And I obviously don't enjoy and I wish they didn't happen. It's a bummer because obviously the audience is seeing those like worst moments and they're painting that and cast members are painting that as like a lot of who he is. And that's not who he is. So
what do you think is the biggest misconception about him then after this season?
I mean, everything that's out of what people are saying. Oh, Daniel, this and that when he drinks. But I think people are right that there's moments that are not good. You know, I'm not trying to hide or cover up or pretend that that's not happening. Those moments are happening and they're not great. That's just not who he is as a whole and who he is 99.999% of the time. Right. So yeah, it's just, I don't know. I feel like when you're on reality TV, everything feels and is bigger and audiences are passionate and I get it. But Daniel is an amazing man, an amazing husband, an amazing father. He's so supportive. He's loving. He's there for me in all of my ups and downs, which I have a lot of still hormonal and postpartum and all of that. And he's there for me more than what's shown as well. Because, you know, we film for 2 months. We live life so much more than that.
So much more than that.
And so, yeah, I'm so grateful for him and obviously not grateful for those harder moments.
Right.
Yeah.
That also kind of goes back to what we were saying in the beginning of the interview of like, these hard moments, other people are having these hard moments. Yeah. You're not the only one.
Yeah. I do get a lot of those comments, which are helpful and reassuring because there's like the people that are like, leave your husband. Yeah. And then there's the people like, if there were cameras in my house when I was, 2 months postpartum or whatever, and my husband was annoying me or my wife was annoying me, that would not look good, and I've been up at 3 a.m. and, Daniel had probably already done a few diaper changes or whatever. And I'm like, get over here. I'm tired. And I'm yelling at him. It's just when it's all put on TV, it's so much bigger. And obviously those moments were not great. So, yeah.
Have you guys ever talked about like, look, maybe reality TV is not good for a marriage and maybe we should take a step back?
Yeah. I mean, from season 1, there's been a lot of people that say like, oh, reality TV ruins marriages. So be careful or just like run away. And I get that. And I've always said if I ever felt like it was actually damaging our marriage, I would pull the plug immediately and like in the moment. Okay. So actually to watch back like that San Diego thing, that like window of time, I feel like I was very much just like getting through the day and like not even fully like locking into everything that was happening, because I probably would have been like, we're done if I was like not so tired and postpartum, all the things. So yeah, because the thing is, our home life is this like beautiful bubble of like love and joy and happiness and silliness with our kids, and it's so great. And so there is a lot of stress that comes along with reality TV. At the same time, I'm grateful for like the platform and the way that so many women have shared that they've been able to relate to what I'm experiencing postpartum after the twins. Like I had never had postpartum depression before. And I wasn't expecting it while filming in real time. And it hit me like a ton of bricks.
Yeah.
And I couldn't run from it and I couldn't hide it. It was just there. So I'm so grateful for the opportunity to, share what's really happening and that so many people can relate to it.
And that's what it's important.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. And even, not, obviously we don't want to support and encourage anything that's like toxic or unhealthy, but even like disagreements and like not good moments in a marriage, I feel like there are things that people can be like, okay, it has happened. It's not okay, but we can see you working through it. We can see you having conversations on the other side. And I've always said there's been a lot of hard things I've dealt with in my life. And I've always looked at it with the perspective of knowing I'll get to the other side. And when I do, hopefully that can be of help to somebody else. Like I was diagnosed with having unexplained infertility. You would never know 4 kids later, but it took us a long time to get pregnant. And I was able to relate to even immediate family members that were dealing with the same thing that I would have never had the real empathy or understanding or being able to relate to them. Growing up and not having much and like I think I lived between like 17 or 19 houses by the time I was like 18 years old, bouncing around with like parents and separation and this house and that place and like temporary living and all of that. And I feel like those harder moments that I've had in my life can help me understand and like relate to different types of people and be there for other people in a way that I may have not been able to if I hadn't experienced them. So no one wants the bad for sure.
Of course.
But if it happens, I want to use it for something positive,
I love that perspective. Yeah. You're making the world a better place from that perspective because you can turn anything bad and try to make it into a positive outlook.
Yeah. It can take it down or you can use it as a step up. It goes behind you and you step up.
And you can use this season as a step up.
I'm hoping
just how you guys are now working through it.
Yeah.
And you're seeing what works, what doesn't work because you want this marriage to work. Yep. And it's going to work if you guys want it to work.
Absolutely.
Okay, so of course there's still so much other drama that doesn't even have to do with you guys. How are you feeling with the rest of the group? I mean, the Janet of it all. Where do you stand with Janet?
We can be in the same room. And
I will say that is progress.
Janet and I can coexist. We can be in the same room. It's all good. We are not friends. I don't know if we ever will be, but we can be in the same room and we're fine. We have the same friend group, so we're going to be around each other.
You're going to have to be around each other.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's progress. What about Brittany? Because we saw in the mid-season trailer that just dropped, it gets a little spicy with her, and people start calling her out, including your husband.
Yeah, I have to finish watching the mid-season trailer. I've seen about half of it as I was like running between errands today. But I love Brittany, and Brittany and I are good. And like I think real friendships, true friendships, have some ups and downs, but it's that you choose your friend and you choose to talk about it and to work through it. So Brittany and I are so good.
Okay, because Zach did say that he thinks Brittany takes digs at you. Have you ever experienced that?
Not firsthand.
Okay.
Yeah.
But do you see where he's coming from, or are
Zach has shared some things with me.
Okay.
And you'll see more as like the show continues on. But at the end of the day, like I love Brittany and we are great friends and she's so sweet. So like I said, we've had our moments, but I value friendships that have harder moments and you either choose, we're adults, you either choose no thank you, or I want to be your friend and I'm going to keep working through it with you so that we can be great friends. And so, like I said, I'm good with Brittany. Yeah.
Who are you closest with right now in the group?
Take a guess.
Kristen.
Yes, Chris and I love her. I'm very close with Lacey of like the girls.
Yeah.
Brittany, Jasmine, Melissa. Obviously, Zach is a bestie.
Always.
He's one of the girls too. But I would say like Kristen, Lacey, Brittany and Jasmine are like my
Lacey
core.
really surprised me.
I hope happily surprised you.
Happily, because I think we kind of just heard rumblings about her, and I was like, oh, I don't know what to expect about this woman. She comes in, puts Jesse in his place in like the best way possible.
I love it.
I love it. I love everything about it.
She, I've always said I appreciate a strong woman, and I feel like I am a strong woman in my own way.
Yeah.
And I might not be the loudest person in the room, but like, no, you're not walking all over me. Even though the audience might think it sometimes, let me tell you, it's not happening. So
You're like, let me assure you guys, I'm not being walked over.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So, but I've always appreciated a strong woman, and I love that Lacey is a strong woman. She knows exactly who she is. She knows exactly how she feels about things, and she knows exactly how she feels about Jesse. And she loves him, and she will also put him in his place. And I think it's fun.
I think it's fun.
Yeah.
Okay, where do you stand with Michelle?
I love Michelle.
Okay.
I can't believe I didn't say her name. I love her
I
too.
know. I was like, Michelle.
You love someone else.
We love Michelle.
Yes, I haven't talked to her as much lately since all that. Dr. Dre, I haven't talked to her as much since then, but we've been texting here and then. I love her too. So I hope I get to see her soon because our schedules have not been connecting as much. Yeah.
Yeah, you need the tea on that because I was going to ask.
Girl, I asked. She said, we're good. Like, not even we're good. She said, I'm good. Thanks for asking. And I was like, girl, I meant you guys, not you.
Yeah, Dr. Dre and Michelle. Like, how are you guys doing? Like, what's going on there?
Exactly.
But I'm here for it.
I'm here for it too. You know what? She deserves to be happy.
Agreed.
She has been through so much. And I will say, I love Jesse. I did not like Jesse and Michelle. When I didn't meet them till the end of their relationship, it wasn't good. He didn't treat her well. They were not great together. She was so unhappy. So I want my girlfriend to be happy. And she seems happy.
Agreed.
That's all that matters.
It is interesting because I didn't love Jesse, like, as a viewer.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, wait, I think it was just they needed to be apart.
They were not good for each other.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And then him and Lacey together, I'm like, oh, this is fun. And then
so
Michelle
fun.
single is fun.
Yes. And Michelle has such a light. Like, she really is like this beautiful, radiant soul. And I feel like there's such a weight lifted off of her shoulders now that she's not with Jesse. Yeah. And that's like not a dig to Jesse. They just were not good for each other.
They just didn't need to be together.
And I love seeing her so happy. Yeah, she deserves it.
Okay. So, of course, we still have several more episodes.
Yes.
So what can you tell us? Like, are we going to have a little bit more fun? I don't know. You're like, well,
are we going to have more fun?
That?
There's always fun in our group. Lots of fun to be had, but the drama only ramps up in the second half of the season.
Is drama with you?
I mean, I saw those parts of the trailer. Did you see the trailer?
I saw the trailer.
Yeah, there's a little bit of drama. And I'm the type of person, I sometimes have regrets. I'm like, I can't believe I snapped like that. That's not my normal demeanor or whatever it is. But I have to try to own it because that's how I was feeling in that moment. Right. I may not feel that way anymore, but I was feeling that way in the moment, and that's where I was at. So.
And your feelings are valid.
Thank you.
So remember that. So
Thank
it's
you.
like, you're like, oh, why did I react? Well, you reacted that way for a reason.
In that moment, yeah.
In that moment. Of course, you guys are going to film the reunion.
Yeah, soonish. Yeah, secret. I'm sure the date will come out when it's ready to be announced, but we're working on it. Yeah.
Are you gonna come into the reunion like with receipts? Like, or what's your vibe going into it?
I am not that girl. I don't have any receipts. I delete text messages. I guess that's not a good idea in the reality TV world.
Maybe not.
No,
maybe not.
I've learned, but I'm like, I have too many things in my inbox. Delete. So I need to work on that. But no, I'm just coming in and ready to like keep it 100. I know we're going to have some hard conversations. I know there's going to be a lot coming towards Daniel and I. So just ready to let people know like where we're at, what we're doing, what's the latest, and, answer just truthfully with where we're at. So
you seem very like zen with it. So I feel like it's going to go well.
Thank you. I feel like I'm the type of person, I know who I am. I know where I'm at in my life right now. I don't need to make something up or shift something a different way. That's not what my cast members like to say about me. I am present. I truly don't have the time or energy to be any way besides where I'm at. I got kids. I got all the things going on. I don't have the energy to try to shift something besides where I'm at right now.
And why do you think that your cast members do say that about you?
I think part of it has to do with like social media because even on my Instagram, it says highlight reel and keeping it real. So like, if I'm dealing with something, whatever, like I'll share that, whether it's like physically or mentally or emotionally, but I share it after. I'm not the type to like set up my phone and record myself crying. That's not my thing.
Which like I don't think anyone needs to do.
And people do that, right? But it's not my thing.
Yeah.
So I feel like because it quote unquote like looks pretty on social media that I get a lot of criticism of you want everything to be perfect. It's like, no, of course I'm posting the highlights. Right. But don't we all know that? Like that's
the highlight reel.
The highlight reel.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It is what it is.
Okay. Well, here's the thing, though. We're seeing not the highlight reel on the show.
Exactly.
So, like,
yes.
the Instagram can just be what you want it to be.
Exactly.
Nia, this was so much fun. I'm so glad that you were so, like, I knew you were going to be so open and honest about everything. So Like I just said in the beginning, I applaud you for
Thank you.
that. And you just keep doing you.
Thank you. That's
know?
all we can do.
One step at a time.
Yep.
Keep doing you.
Yeah.
If you could describe the rest of the season in like one word, what word would you give me?
Tornado.
What? How can it be more of a tornado?
Oh, you haven't seen nothing yet. Woo! Yeah. If you think it's been a chaos, just wait.
Okay, so I need you to come back after the reunion.
Okay.
Then. You're going to go to the
I'm
reunion.
down.
We'll talk,
Yes.
and then we'll have like a postpartum.
Yes, let's do it. Yeah.
If there's tornadoes happening, we're going to need to talk about
You got to hear all the details.
all the tea.